Okay, it's golden.
Okay, then we continue.
Leon,
I'm sorting out me on point.
participate.
Nice.
No,
oh my
no,
god,
nice.
how did Ryan get up here?
I get the
I'm
May.
good.
I'm raising pink.
I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because you don't die. Like you didn't win the
alligator
fight. That's
can
the
trap.
thing.
Ryan is low, Ryan is May is low as well. Nice.
You with me here?
Oh boy, come.
Yeah, I'm pushing you. We're
No
both-
lamp.
Look at me!
Do you slam?
There's no lamp, there's no lamp.
I'm
Seven, it's
approaching.
perfect.
Fucking hell.
Rhino
Nice.
shields. There we go.
Yeah, you
Ryan
caught
is
your
gonna-
barrage when you
Ryan,
were
Ryan,
barraging.
nice. Now Lucio. Lucio's skating around Semen, you see him?
Take high ground. Go take high ground.
Lucy
Take high.
discorded.
You get him.
He's
You get the
close.
Lucio.
Lucius one.
Who's pushing cards?
You can get him.
Wasn't
I believe in
supposed
you.
Oh, I had to reload.
You're fine.
Do I really want to be high ground here?
Yes.
Because they're gonna walk.
Yes, you want to be on high ground. You want to be on the stairs, Pink, and you want to shoot them into their face so they can't leave. Or like they can't cross the distance without getting shot at. That's the idea.
Because they are gonna go, if they're smart, like through the other door to take as less poke damage as possible.
Mhm.
And then they're just gonna speed up the stairs.
You have Nico and you have a Faraboo. And then if you see, okay, they're rotating through the right side, or like they want to rotate through the right side and then up the stairs, your Farah and your ball should set up accordingly to that. And then for you, it's, as soon as you see someone who could possibly walk out of there, then you can go away.
Because in my head,
Yeah.
where the YouTube logo is,
Yeah.
that is even further away, and it's a good sight lines too. Even better than the little doorway.
You could also do that. Sure. But it takes more time to rotate too, because you went on the right side on the stairs, and then around the high, like on the high ground. But if you know from the very very beginning, before you even cap first point, that you wanna set up on the bottom right side of the screen right now, then sure, do that.
Okay.
That's totally fine.
Okay.
But the thing is, I want you guys to to set up as soon as possible on this point, and then spam the shit out of this choke. Like ideally, Simon, I want you to be above them, or like be around the right side building in this case. If above them is too dangerous for you, like it depends on you how aggressive you want to play, but it's very much possible to play above them. Especially
You
if
mean
you're
where,
going
above
for
where they are now?
Yes, basically. Like you can
Okay.
be there forever. And it's fairly easy to get picks, especially if Nico's also set up very aggressively. But if you don't have time to do that, then it's fine to play around this. But it's getting, like, this area is harder for you guys. Around the second point, checkpoint, it's easier for you to do something, to get a pick. Just saying. Especially if you have Marsen with you and when Marsen is not pushing cut. But
Yeah.
Diva or like Mac instead. Because then you're 3 or more like 4 people with Yaren. And then you can do stuff super duper early, and when they are still regrouping, when they are still, not really together and very slow. And then it's super duper easy to get a pick. And then Pink is basically just shooting from across the map, which is also very nice. Yeah, but yes.
Stairs, right?
Okay, Semen, be a
I
nice
can
boy.
try to mind them off if they want to go.
Yeah, we
If it
scout the
makes it
stairs.
better.
We scout the stairs. Just
Yeah,
be
they're
hanging.
currently walking up. I'm gonna mind
Yeah,
them.
they're walking out.
There's no follow-up, sadly. Like Nico, you caught the mines, but Salmon, I'm not sure. Like, what was your idea there? Staying on the corner. Did you not have enough fuel to stay higher up? Did you not want to be more aggressive and play above them?
Don't remember.
You don't remember. Because you can be like directly above them again. Like those rooftops on this map are ridiculous for Pharah. Like you can spam them 24/7 and you can stay up there 24/7 basically, and they can't see you. Basically.
But right there, they can shoot me surely. Like the Bap and McCree, they get an angle when they reach the top of the stairs.
You're
They get an
right,
angle
like,
to shoot at me, right?
Nico's plan was to mine them on the stairs.
But I didn't know that. Did Nico call that?
Nico called that.
Yes, but
He called it before he was even doing it.
Yep. Nico just called, yeah, I want to mine them on the stairs. And
And when
then-
they were on the stairs, he did it. Yeah.
Yes. But there was nothing as, like, sadly. That would be perfect
I feel like
for
I
you as a
didn't.
pharaoh.
Can we replay that? Because I feel like I
Of
didn't
course,
have
of
time
course.
to react.
Wait, can I do this with the arrow keys? Oh shit, there's too much. Maybe.
I
nice
can try
win.
to mine them off if they want to go.
Okay.
You were talking about the stairs, and Nico said, yeah, maybe I can, or like I will mine them on the stairs. Maybe mine them off, basically.
I think I just
That's what
missed
it
that,
meant.
honestly.
I mean,
The-
that could be. But like, yeah, the rooftops are ridiculous on this map. Keep that.
Yeah,
in
we
mind.
scout.
Okay.
We scout the stairs just
Yeah, they're
behind.
currently walking up. I'm gonna mine
Yeah,
them.
they're walking out.
They're using bomb to clear mines. Watch out. And can go for another slam up there and.
Still on low ground. Kree half discorded alone on the coast side.
Yeah. Oh, May is still up there. She's above me.
Knock them off. High ground.
Nice. So when you want to go on the outside line?
I'm gonna go around on the outside.
Marching.
Main of block card.
Yes, I know.
Mm. Don't do that. Come on.
No.
Also, use your E more to boop them off the stairs and fuck them up. Because for Nico, it's quite hard to boop them. So your boop is the next, like your boop is basically the most powerful one on the stairs to fuck them up. Because then Nico can set up from the high ground, and also your Pink can set up on the high ground again, or like on the window. And then it gets much easier for everyone, basically, if you boop them off the stairs. So it should always be a
Fucking this.
You
pro.
off high ground.
Oh no. Waste one.
Yeah, but no, you lost.
I was
Yeah,
generally
she's really.
playing a bit scared, and I struggled to communicate a bit during this scrim because I felt like the pressure was up so
Mm.
high.
Okay. I mean, happens.
And I think
but
it happens more to me like when those first maps when we get like we got kind of rolled the first 1 or 2 maps.
It wasn't that bad, though.
I don't know. I did bad at least.
I feel like it's even more important than if we are getting rolled and they are better, then it's even more important than that we have good communications
Oh, I
and we
agree.
Yeah,
don't
I mean-
trust our mechanics.
It's a little bit weird because if you get nervous because for like whatever reason, then you will play differently, and then
Yeah.
your communication will also be kind of And
Yeah,
there's
that's
not
exactly what I'm
much-
saying.
Yeah, and there's not much you can do against this, to be honest. And you can't just suddenly change that feeling and just shrug it off
Just don't be
if
nervous.
it happens.
No, of course
Yeah.
not. That's not what I'm saying.
No. I'm just joking. But yeah, what Civ says now is what I feel like when I say like I'm struggling to talk and play at the same time, because sometimes I feel extremely pressured and
Mm,
brain play and talk same time hard.
Best thing you can probably do is like just take a deep breath and maybe ask for 5 minutes, like 5-minute break after a map.
If
And
you wanna
then-
go in tournaments, then I think we have like a 10-minute break we can use, right?
And then you should use it, to be honest. If somebody gets nervous or feels weird, then take the break. Like maybe get something to drink or something nice to eat, so you can get different thoughts, and then you can go back to the game with kind of a fresh mindset, at least. But also what I wanted to point out a little bit earlier, because Pink was calling something. Was it here? Was the bomb? And then yeah.
They're using bomb.
This. Like, you guys mind? Nico, you mind? Which means, okay, they can't really get forward. But they will try this because, you know, the high ground is stupidly strong. So, and you also see where your team is positioning yourself, Nico. So the best thing you can do as a ball, especially when you're alone, or like basically always, when you're playing ball, is try to take an off angle. Ideally, you want to sandwich the enemy team between you and your Pharah. And your Tracer, but your Tracer is pushing card right now, so that's not optimal. But you and your Pharah. So either they look at you and maybe they freeze you, they stun you, or they're shooting the Pharah, shielding the Pharah, DMing the Pharah. This kind of stuff. So what you should do is basically try to play on the left side. Try to make plays from the left side. Try to go behind them, try to boop them. And then there was also a very nice call from Pink, like 5 seconds later, that the Kree was split on the left side, ulting. And if you hear that, then you should immediately follow up on that call. Like, your Zen calls are super duper important. And usually if you act on them, it's very valuable. Or like you will always get value out of those. Unless Pink has shit calls. But usually Pink doesn't have shit calls.
Check your mines, watch out. You can go for another
Like
slam up there.
here.
And
Still on low ground. Kree half discorded alone on the coast side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this.
Kree-
Like
oh,
this was.
May is still up there.
You could have killed this Kree
She's
if you
above
would have played on the left side.
Knock them off, high ground.
Nice. So when you want to go now, right?
I'm gonna go around on the outside.
Rushing.
Main block card.
They rush.
I'm barking this.
You are
And also, Nico, your setup just took way too long. Like, you probably had to wait for something for a cooldown. But that took, yeah, like they were basically engaging on your team, and you were still setting up for your next engage. Like, try to be more efficient in how you're setting up and how you're planning your next engage.
Oh no. Waste one.
Yeah, she's really one. Ah, she took the mega. Just gonna
Okay,
die.
out.
Oh wow.
Oh.
It's good, it's good.
I was just gonna say the Mac you play so well. Then you let Yarn die.
Yeah.
Mm.
Come seven. Nice.
Currently holding the high ground.
They have Blizz.
I have
They have,
also objective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very slowly.
I
they have window next
can
fight
walk
also
up a
shut down.
little bit slowly. Because they need to.
You don't walk across this bridge if they're holding this high ground. Like, they are setting up, like, okay, first thing, you didn't track ult, Yaren. And second thing, they are setting up on high ground. They sure have some kind of ult. And they have speed boost. And you, as a backline, you're trying to cross the bridge and you're getting closer to the enemy team. And you don't want to have that. Never ever you want to have this one scenario where you're closing the distance to a brawl or to a rush comp. Because you would just explode. And you are also, on top of that, you're crossing open space. And they have Kree, they have Window, they have just shit ton of damage. And you, with one, Zen and a Diva, you don't have any sustain, you would just explode.
So I just wait until they move?
Yes.
Okay.
Make your team like your Pharah, your Ball, your Tracer. Make them move, pressure the point with your Tracer, with your Ball, heck, with your Pharah if you want to do that. With your and with your Pharah, spam them out, boop them off, make them go on the low ground, maybe kill them. Because what's happening is they're trapped in there, basically. Because on one side, you are there with the Zen, you have a shit ton of damage, and then there's also a Pharah on your team, which is most likely, or like ideally, on the other side, shooting into there. Which means they can only like shield one side. And at the same time, you're applying pressure to the point. And that's like, in the end, that's all what you want. You want to push this card to the next checkpoint. Like, if they're inside of there, that's great for you because you can push for free. There's no need to engage on them because if they decide to stay there and not contest point, then yeah, whatever. So try to be more patient and wait for your team to do stuff. Because again, like you're forcing rotations, even though they're not very in your favor right now. So just instead chill for a little bit until the rotation, like we said in the VOD review before, makes actually sense.
Soon.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay,
just
wait,
window.
I'm backing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Still
Forcing
maybe.
objective.
Oh no. Seven
No,
play
we're okay, we're
both.
okay. Okay.
That's
May
not
is
worth
close
it.
to
window.
tanks.
Yeah.
They're coming back, they're going back. They're on the stairs now.
They have shutter. Watch out, Nico.
Yeah.
them down.
I'm behind them.
May is discorded. Both DPSs are behind them, so
I
they're not
slammed
with
the
you.
Bob. Oh my god, I cannot go anywhere with this man.
3
No,
discorded.
P1, P1.
Nice,
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 nice.
nice.
Also, the thing is, you don't have to hard engage on them, Nico. Like your Pharah is basically doing all of the work, all of the damage work. And yes, it's nice if you displace them, but it's totally fine for you to constantly rotate around them, like bully them around more or less. Like shoot at them, maybe boop them, but never ever hard engage on them, especially if May and Kree are alive. Just wait for your Pharah to get work done and try to be as annoying as you can. And then yeah, maybe do card pressure, but that's it basically.
I have something here.
Yes.
On a few maps, we've struggled a bit where, like attacking Eichenwald first,
Yeah.
where sure I'm not threatened, I'm spamming a lot, but we're struggling to take point because
Yeah.
they attack everyone else, like our ball and our tracer, and sometimes some have insisted either we should switch when it doesn't work or that we should that they should int harder into them when they're holding a position, like the inside the house on the first point on Eichenwalde, for example. And I feel like that's
I
the
don't
opposite.
see the reason of inting into them when you can still cap the point. Because the thing is, if you're playing Pharah into a brawl or a rush comp, which is, yeah, it can be a little bit dangerous, but usually you are you're basically countering this comp. That means if they decide to push the point, or like if they decide to apply point pressure, then you get value. And yes, you need maybe a little bit of time, but if you actually manage to apply consistent pressure as a Pharah onto the enemy team, plus the objective pressure from your teammates, then they will just fall apart. Like either they kept the point or like contest the point, pushing out of the tiny room, and you would just spam them to death. And also you were spamming them consistently, which means most likely their resources are already low.
Yeah.
Or they stay inside. Maybe you won't get as much ult charge, maybe you won't get as many kills, but you will cap the point.
But what if they manage to pick off our tracer or baller because those are fragile and
then that's probably a case of Nico or Marsen or Marsen not being careful enough, or maybe being too impatient, or maybe not taking cover accordingly, or maybe not switching position, like roles basically, who's touching point and who's, chasing health packs because they're already low. This kind of stuff. Like,
I
there's
think
no
this is the
usually
different. Sorry.
there's usually no need to hard int. Like you want a hard int if the fight is basically lost on some comms. But ball and tracer is just if you're low, you don't have to harden. Just get a health pack and then come back to the fight. But, be smart about it. Does it make sense to grab a health pack? Who can touch the point? Who can apply pressure? Who can be annoying to the enemy team while you're not there?
Yeah, 'cause
And
that's
then just
something I feel
communicate that.
that's something I feel happens sometimes
Okay.
during our avoided comps, just like this situation with like I'm pressuring, but it's taking time.
Oh, well.
To this situation in Eichenwalde, because the problem is in Eichenwalde is that they keep respawning. Like we kill them so slow that they respawn, and we never get the point.
Yeah.
That is the
I mean,
problem, and that
yeah.
is not the problem here.
Yes, it's a different problem.
Yeah.
If they, just to address this quickly, if they manage to respawn fast enough, then that means something in your execution of your plan doesn't work optimal, and that could be a lot of things. Maybe it's just a lot of very small things going wrong. Maybe it's you, Simon, for example, just shooting on or like holding one angle for too long and not, rotating and taking different angles where you're shooting from. Like it could be many, 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 many different things.
Yeah.
But if we see something like this in a scrim, then we can look at it and then we can figure that out.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Then we continue with this. Yeah, but basically, play patient. No need to hard engage there. And also a thing like communicate this. Again, like Nico, when you're trying to do a play, if you're trying to go very aggressive, then tell your Pharah that you're going very aggressive onto something, or maybe you would just want to boop. Then also your Pharah can expect, okay, those targets won't be there, like won't be in the same position 1 second later because Nico wants to boop them. And also, like Pharah has also a boop ability, which means you can even displace them further, maybe split them further, which gives you also an advantage. Like communicate what you want to do as a ball. Same goes for Pharah. Like, do you just want to, slowly apply pressure on the BAP? Are you shooting the squishies? Are you shooting the diva for whatever reason? Like, there could be a reason for it. But make clear what your intentions are when you're shooting something,
Yep.
Because it's also valuable for your ball or for your tracer. Okay, our Pharah is shooting or like is trying to shoot the BAP, which means the BAP could potentially be quite low in a bit. Because if Nico can just, roll through the whole enemy team and knows, okay, maybe the squishies will be low, or like most likely the squishies will be low anyway. So he can maybe even just kill them very quickly with a grapple. Stuff like that. Like you can engage on the information your team provides you with most of the time. And that makes you guys as a team much faster. Because you don't have to think about everything. You can just use the information you get and then work with that. You don't have to figure everything out by yourself.
Bop on the outside. He's quite
I
low.
think he's this far.
Oh,
Main wise.
Oh, we lose this. Yeah.
Yeah, you cross the distance. Yeah, that's like your position is also a thing which is weird on this point because right now you lost every potential snowball momentum you had, and you have to retake, which means you have to play super duper passive with Zen. And you're basically not allowed around the high ground until the whole enemy team is pushed back to the second checkpoint, basically. And if they manage to, or like if they're trying to go on the high ground, you have to get out. You have to get out as fast as possible. Otherwise, they will probably, most likely, rush you, and then you're dead again. Because the time window, your Pharah, your ball, your tracer have is quite small, yeah. Especially if you don't combine boops.
Okay. They
I
got
don't know
Diva
what to
Bomb,
do because I don't get ankles.
so we use ult and then we switch. Basically, because we have a lot of ults.
We don't have much time then.
Yeah, basically.
I
They
can
will
also
have a
check-
Blizzard, a Diva Bomb. Okay.
I
Martin.
can also
We have
check
more
if I can.
ults.
Yeah.
Can you just send in Diva Bomb, make them panic, and then I barrage whatever's left?
The plan is okay. I would not go into that, to be honest, with Barrage. I would just have, like, maybe just Diva Bomb and Pie Dive in there and then shoot normally with Pharah. Like, it should be enough, to be honest. And then at the same time, touch the card with Tracer. And then it's totally fine again to stay behind the bridge. Like, don't cross the bridge, because they would just, use window, use high noon, use bomb, use
So hard to be that
fucking speed
patient
boost.
and do nothing.
Yeah, but that's sometimes how it is. Like, especially
Sometimes
on,
we all ride the cart.
yeah, like, just chill. Don't force anything when it's not in your favor. Because your team would do something. Your team has ult, and your team can do something about them being on high ground. Otherwise, it's just not safe for you, because you just explode. But yeah, I get it. It's
If we're
hard.
struggling with this point, and
Mhm.
I am supposed to only just do something when we like when we force them out, and we're not able to force them out, like, should we
Yeah.
just swap the composition then? Because it
If you
seems
get
silly.
stuck,
Yeah.
if you get stuck, like, on paper, and how you're playing this comp, you're playing your comp, I mean, and they're playing their comp, you should win this. You should cap this, because they are a little bit chaotic. They don't really, or like, they are not very efficient in contesting the card and doing other things at the same time. And they are also very bad at shutting down your Pharah. Or, like, relatively speaking, at least. As long as in my opinion, as long as your Pharah gets enough value, and as long as you keep pushing the card, it should be fine. But if they manage to shut on your ball and your Tracer and your Pharah consistently, and you don't get, any progress on paper, then yeah, sure, swap the comp. Because that's also the thing about the snowball and this second point. If you lose every momentum, then it's hard to retake, especially with ball comps. Like, your best bet are basically ults or the enemy team making mistakes. Or you are playing the enemy team. But yeah, it's totally fine, totally acceptable to swap the comp. But the question would be, to what? Because, like, double shit is trash on this point. So your next bet would be Brawl. And I'm not sure how confident you guys are in saying, yeah, we can match them in Brawl. I know your Brawl got a little bit better, but I'm not sure how confident you actually are on Brawl. Like, those two things are very different. But Brawl, or like, yeah, Brawl would be an option here. But I think you never played Brawl on this map.
We have,
So,
but
did
I
you?
think
Not with
it
me.
was a very long time ago.
Yeah, if you play Brawl on this map, it was
When
a
we were
long
close
time ago.
holding, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how you would perform in this, to be honest.
And right now
And
they have a pretty nice ult advantage. And we go into brawl. Nothing, and we have 1 minute left.
yeah, that's also the thing. Like, it's too late to swap, basically.
I'm
If you
biased, of
decide,
course. Sorry.
yeah,
Go ahead.
if you want to scrap the comp, do it as early as possible. So you're, like Simon said, so your ult rotation is not that far behind, or like you have the option and the time to build an ult bank. But if you swap last minute, like it doesn't really do much. Like you won't be able to, especially if they already have ults, you won't be able to build your ult because they will just wipe you with their ults unless they do major mistakes. If you
And-
would have, sorry, go on.
Yeah. And also like just swap because it isn't working. Sometimes you gotta lose and to learn what you did wrong, so how you could do this better. I feel like just calling for swaps when something isn't working is sure if you want to win that map, but doesn't help too much in the long run.
I think the question was more related to tournaments.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Like usually you are not a team that just swaps because it doesn't work the first time or the second time. Like most of the time you would rather just bang your head against the wall until you lose your mind. Which is also not healthy, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I prefer that approach so you can learn from your mistakes.
Yeah. Like you're not doing badly here, but there are, like tiny things which make you lose. But you're still getting card progress with every push you're doing. That's also a thing. So I don't think you're doing badly right now. But yeah, we do the continue thing so we can actually fit 2 maps in
I can't do it in a minute.
today.
I'm gonna die for this.
Okay.
It's fine, it's fine.
You ready? I'm gonna bomb.
Yep, do it.
Bomb, you going?
Ready?
They're coming back on point.
This position here, Pink, where you are right now, is good.
Where am I?
Like the middle of the screen on the far right side. If you can see your very
Right. Yeah. I went up the stairs. Yeah. And I remember now.
like this is probably the safest
Yeah.
point where you can be. If they manage to push you all the way to that, then yeah, your team basically failed. That's like
I think
that's
that
the
happens 2
furthest you
times
can
now.
do. Shit. Okay.
Yes, but it's okay.
It's okay. We learn. We all learn.
Yes.
Yes.
There we go. I
Nice.
feel very low.
Mouse in. Nice.
May have on point.
Diva.
How do you lose this exactly?
Don't think we do.
Okay. Salmon, I would like honestly, if you do stuff and it's basically just clean up, look for respawns already and shoot them. Look who's respawning, maybe shoot them, and then maybe also do a little shooting on the card. But always look for respawns. You're the one with the, best sidelines on your team.
I have a question
Yes, please.
about communication.
Yes, please.
Is it okay for the Mercy to call these things? Like look for a response or...
If Salmon forgets about it, sure.
Yeah,
but
That's fine for me.
But if like Salmon, I just told you about it. Please do that because it's very nice for your team and for yourself. But if you forget about, then sure. Like if somebody on this team forgets their job or forgets something to do, sure, remind them. Like nobody's perfect. People will forget about things. And also Mercy is perfectly someone who can press tab because Mercy has quite a little bit of downtime. So you know, okay, who's respawning? Like you can say, for example, especially if something valuable like Kree is respawning, Baptiste is respawning, then you can tell your Pharaoh, you can tell your ball on Tracer, hey yo, this dude is respawning. Maybe we can spawn camp, maybe we can, shoot into their spawn. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd love that help actually.
Yeah. See, we like help.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, I am
Free
shooting
behind
the
us.
spawn now.
Can we get the key?
Just help clean up the
fuck.
dealer. Okay, I'm coming back.
Okay. Nice. We
I'll
get the
take
key.
card.
They have a Hanzo now.
Yep.
So no more May. So
Hanzo.
they will not try to go as hard on Unico as well. They're holding really close. I can Valkyrie soon. Valkyrie
I
here.
can also try mining.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, we can push.
Ryan is split
Target.
off then. Ryan on down on point. Watch out,
Ryan
bomb.
discarded.
Flickering mines.
Ryan half,
Somebody
no
on the
shield.
Rhine? You're calling the Rhine like the Rhine was split. Yes, they bombed, but why's nobody shooting the fucking Rhine? Like, you mined them, you split them, you used Varg.
Yeah, we can push, we can push.
Ryan is
I'm shooting the back line.
Yeah, but there's a Rhine with a Discord in 1 second.
Ryan is split
Target.
off then. Ryan on down on point. Watch out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit awkward. Why are you on the floor, Salmon? That's also a thing, but
Diva bomb.
yeah, Diva Bomb, but would be much better if you would be on the rooftop and then just slide to the other side, but it's fine. But very dangerous for you because there's a Rhine looking at you and he wants to charge you and not Nico. That's the thing about it. Yeah, the split was good, but you didn't really or couldn't really engage on him. But the call was okay.
Ryan discarded.
Oh, good.
Flickering mines.
Ryan half, no shield.
They use slam on him.
Fab is discarded.
There's one.
David wrestle now. Oh no.
Ryan's still low.
I'm not.
That's a beat out.
Ryan's pushing. Oh no.
And then yeah,
We can
again, just
Get out.
Yeah, I'm
they
dead.
skipped you.
Okay. We have barrage soon. Okay. Ah,
A very scary spot.
I don't know.
I don't
I
think
don't
no,
know.
you're there yet.
I think
Or
no,
no,
we're
they
gonna
also
die
know.
a lot.
I'll just in the.
Yeah, because we're not calling where they're going and how they're gonna rotate, but it's fine.
There's a high ground. There's a high ground.
Yeah, they're close to the high
Also
ground.
black
On you,
is
on you,
another-
on you.
Follow me.
Further behind them.
It's okay.
Recall.
They backed off. They
High
backed off the
ground.
card.
Can't see
behind
Nico.
them.
Where the fuck is Nico? Do you guys see Nico? I don't see Nico.
I can go for a slam on card if everyone's ready.
Also discarded
Yeah.
on card.
Yes.
Going
Bob is
now.
playing back. Back.
Is this
Yeah,
the
vision on me. I'm gonna
coming-
die here, I think.
Thing was like that Tracer was still in your backline, and you Nico, you tried to engage, even though you're like you were one Discord short. And that's not ideal. Like ideally you wanna have your Zen, your backline rotating while you are engaging so that you have maximum follow-up. And like either you guys more insistently call in the backline, hey yo, there's trace on me. Please send help. Or Nico recognizes, oh, my backline is not ready yet. I wait, or I do something different, or maybe you just do something with Marcin together, something like that. Or other option would be a salmon says, okay, I want to spam a little bit more until I have barrage, and then we can engage and do stuff. That would also be an option as a plan. But make sure that everyone, or like have a ritual, or be more aware of your teammates if they're ready or not. Because your backline clearly is not ready. And they told you they are, or like they called there's a tracer in the backline, which implies they are not ready or they can't be ready because, there's a tracer shooting at pink.
I'm helping pink, Simon.
Is it disengage?
Okay, I got you, Nick.
They're forcing me out.
Tracer's still behind us. Careful for that.
Watching her.
Tracer wanna get out in here now.
Yes, no, almost
No
on the
recall.
way.
I'm pushing, run pick.
How
I'm
do we
branching.
not know this?
I'm touching.
Yeah, there was no scouting. Like, nobody said, yeah, they're on the bridge or they're on the right side, they're main, they're hiding left side. Salmon in this case couldn't have. Well, like maybe you could have scouted that, but Nico and Marcin, like tell your team where the enemy team is. You're rotating all around here. So make sure where the enemy team is.
Guard, Unico can go,
Tracer's coming to you.
10 seconds remaining.
Tracer's half.
Needs touch soon.
Yeah, we am on
I'm on
card.
the blob.
Oh, I got shot.
Ah, I got window.
Oh,
I can't touch.
Because also the thing about that in general is, if you tell your backline early enough that they should rotate because the enemy team wants to jump on them, that means Pink and Mag will stay alive for longer, and the enemy team will use more time up to chase them down because they want them dead. And in the end, or like in the return, you will get more time for one, spamming them with Pharah, but also pushing the card. So if you do a good job scouting for your backline, that means in the end more card progress or more kills, more damage, more everything basically. And yes, it's frustrating for Pink every time to die. And I mean, you're basically the bait, but you can, like, you as a team, you should try to figure out how to use your bait as effectively as you can. Because this job is not fun in the end of the day. Yes, Pink is doing her job, but it's frustrating and it's, yeah, just not fun.
it's fine.
Complete.
It basically was. I don't know if that in that case when they're like playing Tracer and we have a
We can
with
skip to.
with my is it stuck for you guys as well?
Okay.
Okay.
I was just playing in the far back high ground.
Sigma
he's
is up
not
there.
perfect.
Rotating around right side.
No
Thanks,
shield.
man.
I'm gonna drop off my next shield in the corner here.
Echo's up here on high ground.
Yeah, I'm
Versi's
dropping.
high ground. Versi
I can
half.
stab.
Has no call that the Sigma is going high ground. Like, at least Nico, Salmon, or Yang could have scouted that. And also, you didn't see the Sigma anymore. So where the heck is this Sigma? If you can't see the Sigma, tell your team we don't know where Sigma is. And then maybe you can connect the dots. Hey, yo, this Sigma wants to push high ground because it makes a hell lot of sense.
I was just playing in the far back high ground.
Sigma is
he's
up
not perfect.
there.
Rotating around right side.
Maps tell as well, I'm rotating in the other high ground.
Then also Mag has to communicate, hey, yo, I'm not on the high ground anymore. I got booped down, or, I fell down. So your Farah, your Ash, your Baptiste don't stay, or like don't overstay and potentially die.
Oh, Echo's on me behind.
Echo one, nice.
Dead. I'm gonna deny this
Can you
res.
force the? I'm
Houses.
letting mouse
Thank
in.
you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Pick it down.
I'm rotating the other high ground.
I need to move back a
Shooting
bit.
the Sig. Signal hands.
Pulling them back.
Maps half, Maps one.
Knocking tanks
going
back.
Hands up.
Houses
Hands
is
up.
up
No hands,
there.
no gloves. Sig one. Dead.
Bob one.
That was
Big
good.
slam.
Echo back,
can get
main.
above the-
Echo
I need
back,
to be
main.
back.
I'm pulled. Oh shit. Thank you.
Don't peek it. Watch out for bolts.
I have a window as well. I can use when they go in.
I'm gonna shield
Windows
this corner.
Taking
here.
high ground.
Been pushed. Yeah.
Take us low.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, she dropped
Uh,
Hanzo back.
bridge, Hanzo.
I've done
Orisa's high ground.
Thank you.
Where are you?
I'm taking high ground in a second.
They're gonna fly.
Take the slow pillar.
Oh my god, I'm stupid.
I'm dead.
They're at the back.
Good enough.
We got
Yeah, I
Hanzo?
need to run back.
I'm gonna barrage.
Need to
Rushing
back
3 to
up.
1.
We got two, we got two.
I can bob to
But we
recontest.
don't have.
I'm dead.
I'm
You had, yeah, I mean, you just had no plan what to do. They just pushed into you. You didn't really kite the bongo. You didn't really, did anything with your ults. You didn't prevent them from pushing in. Like, you just gave them space, even though you had the option to do stuff. It was a little bit sad. Like, I think you could have won that. Because they basically just had bongo, which is very useless how they placed it, and then yeah, dragon. Both are very easily avoidable.
1 HP clean.
I try.
Thanks.
Oh, I die.
I think you gotta.
I will not bob this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Take
go
high
back,
ground.
we'll go back.
The checkpoint.
Take our gun. Mac is not here, so watch out.
Yeah. So
I'm very low as well. So watch out, Simon. Don't pick this really hard. Okay.
Feeling a bit closer. There's an echo closer. Pull her back. Oh. Jeez. Orisa. Tanks are pushing
I'm
up
back,
here.
I'm back.
Ah,
Echo
need to
is
go back
likely
the
to
corner.
dupe next fight, so watch out for
I'm
dupe.
pushing high ground.
Do also
Yeah,
have bongo.
pulling the tanks.
Flags.
Take us pull down. Get on the Orisa. Push her.
I go behind.
Behind us.
Echo Bane.
Orisa drop this out.
Oh, nothing.
It's fine, you guys fine.
Thank you, thank you.
Pull back echo. Okay. I'm bongoing this here.
Orisa.
They're gonna engage on us now.
Thank you.
No
Oh my
lamp.
lord, I'm into them.
Can we take different
Fire
angles so we're
dragon.
all in one
Yeah.
spot?
Good call.
Yeah, I'll go right in a bit.
Getting pushed.
Map 1.
Bob low on card.
I'm getting pushed by Orisa and
Hi.
Omega.
Simon, you're the one who can apply pressure on the card. Like, if something is on the card, you shoot this something. So the rest of your team can just care about the people, or like the rest of the people who are contesting the high ground or who are trying to push into them. But you're the one who can just force everything out that is on card, basically. And you are also the one person basically who can take an off angle very easily without getting punished, because you can you can just fly around like crazy.
Yeah.
So it makes also sense. Yeah, I'm shooting Orisa on card, I'm forcing Orisa out. Orisa, like, make sure, like, if somebody pushes card alone and the rest of the enemy team is somewhere else, this means this person is out of position. And if you shoot at them, then most likely, okay, either they will go back to their team, or like try to go back to their team, or they will be even more out of position. And then it makes very much sense to court this to your team, because then your team can just, push them and kill them.
Mhm.
And again, that's why it's so important as Farah to have an overview, like, who is pushing the card. Does it make sense for you to, shoot this person? Or can they just, if it's a tracer, can they just, yeet themselves away and be out of the fight? Or is it actually, I don't know, is Squishy, like Kree or Baptiste or Orisa in this case? Like, they're playing double shield with a fucking Orisa on the card, and the rest of their team has no Orisa with them. Which means if you have both tanks on the high ground and they only have one tank, then your team should be able to, win the shield battle. It's also very dangerous, it's also very valuable to recognize.
Okay.
I'm being pushed. I'm dead. They go behind us.
Okay, go back.
You have no BAP.
Playing more fast.
I need to help Nico a bit. Watch out, Simon.
Oh, Hanzo dropped over the walls.
Ah,
Left.
shit.
I'm dying.
Might just
I'm dead.
die.
Shit.
Maybe swap to Diva.
Yeah. Should Drop
Yes.
flag.
Yes.
Yeah.
Payload has reached the checkpoint. Not but
Okay,
Echo on
they
the side,
got.
right side, left side. I mean.
Okay, they got Bongo. Next fight
I'm
also
gonna try
dragons.
to shield past their shield. No. Hold back, Orisa. They suck. Watch out for dragon.
Lots on the left.
Hanzo's low. Dead.
Echo's right side.
They're gonna res
One,
Hanzo
okay.
probably. I'm gonna go into barrage.
6 on the right and 6 and Echo on the right.
is approaching its destination.
Up, 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 one.
Back,
On
Nico,
the
back,
rooms on the
Nico.
left, yeah.
I'm going Tracer.
On the left side.
Mac, come back. Thank you.
Backing out.
I'm good.
I can back us up. Nice backing.
Hanzo pushing
Hanzo
us left side.
Yep.
Map half.
Big one pushing right
Shame,
side.
Orisa no gold.
Back
Bob,
still
Bob,
low.
Bob, nice, nice. Push this, we push this, we push this.
Harassing
right.
him.
Wave window, window the corner.
Sigma. There's a Sigma out of
Up there.
positioning. Nobody calls him.
Okay, I do.
Reset
Staying
behind
left.
you,
Restore low.
Nico.
I'm so dead
Yeah.
again.
Orisa one.
Rest dead. I'm out.
Nice, we got Orisa.
I'm just
we-
hiding on point.
I'm
Give me
going to
that
see.
squad, I have 94.
Hanzo
Yeah.
on the
I'm dead.
torch.
I can touch, I can touch.
Touches.
I'm touching.
Cease your resistance.
I'm touching.
Sig.
Dig.
No hands.
Adaptive circuits
Nice.
engaged.
I'm on BAP.
Copy. I'm on copy.
I'm gonna go on the hands on the right.
Yeah, I'm with you. Oh, I get
no, you're
shot.
not.
He's very low,
We're just getting healed.
Can we get Echo? Echo low main.
Ball one on card.
Yeah, both supports alive still. On the right. And Hanzo. Echo right side.
On right. Yeah.
Can you swap off those here again?
Yeah. Oh, that thing always.
Above here,
right.
both of you are still
I
on the
pulled
right.
Ekon right.
Send, go
Okay.
send.
Then, okay.
Wap is playing on the their back
Ideal.
right.
I couldn't.
Echo this
I
good.
was there.
Right
Sorry,
side.
sorry.
Hanzo left. We don't have.
Yeah, shield more on left.
We don't have
Oh,
DM. Careful.
Hanzo dragon
Dead
there.
that.
Oh, that works.
I want to go. I'm going to ball.
I can't touch.
I can touch.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna bomb.
I didn't get a sniper.
Got
Nice
two.
cool.
Huge.
There's
Oh my
Emo on
God.
point.
Try to get the buff.
Any targets? Diva mech.
Oh, he's no gold. He's
Baby's
gold.
On the
killing
buff,
me.
on the buff, on the buff.
One by one, no lamp.
No lamp, buff, still one.
Where's he?
On mid.
Okay, I'm on him.
I'll reset now.
Or is
Push,
on
push
right.
it.
My god.
Can you go send again?
Seconds remaining.
Yes.
I'm
I
back
say
on
soldier.
Hanzo is really
Oh, they have a Lucio.
Nico,
trying
can we
to-
engage earlier? Set up.
Mercy makes sense instead of Zen. Like Zen is possible, sure, but Mercy is also an option against this because their Echo has also a pocket, and it's just easier for your soldier, for your Ash to shut Echo effectively down with a pocket. Just as a side note.
Earlier. Set up
Okay,
a
I'm
pulse bomb.
staying. Yeah, I'm gonna stay ball then. Someone
on right
going
side.
on here, on the Hanzo.
Yeah, okay. Going out. Well, we
Oh,
forced an
fuck.
early dragon that did nothing.
Disengage with the dragon was bad.
30 seconds.
Oh, is this main?
I can
Back
go
low?
for the slam now. Slamming.
Echo
Oh,
one, Echo one,
nice.
Echo one, please. Shoot
Oh,
her, nice.
They still have the bongo up.
Bongos.
Diva's on our buff.
Dead.
Bongo's dead. Get the buff. He's on the right side on point.
10 seconds
Ping.
remaining.
Pink away. Pink.
I forgot to unmute. Sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
Why are you not telling your team that there's a diva on your face?
Because I was tilted at this point.
Well, you did it.
because I got rushed too many times on the defense.
Okay. Fair point. No reason to do it though.
No.
You're
I
allowed
was
to be
also
frustrated.
pretty tired this scrim.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, like if
And
you,
I didn't really have anyone to help me, and it was last fight. Like it's just we're
Yeah.
losing that anyways.
I would not agree with that though.
We already lost 2 people, and they were windowing.
Yeah, but that's a thing you sometimes forget. If something's in your face and you're, a little bit frustrated, a little bit tired, then you stop calling if something is right up in your face and eating your face.
Mm.
Mhm. Just saying. Also, if you have some kind of weird stall hero scenario going on and you are playing BAP
Mm.
and it just doesn't make any sense anymore to play BAP.
I realized that when the match was over. It's like, oh shit, we even have ball.
Mhm.
I didn't even realize.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Pink tired.
Yes, very.
Anna is perfectly fine, to be honest. Like,
I think
why
I
the heck
sometimes do go Ana in
Okay.
overtime.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
just,
Any touchers?
I'm touching. No lamp.
How about off ammo?
Grease half.
Yeah, I'm still touching this.
A break seal.
3 more seconds.
I can't touch.
Nice though.
Yeah, nice though.
wasn't that bad overall. But sometimes you fail to recognize, like, if somebody says, yeah, the crease on left side alone, then you guys don't connect the dots with, okay, this crease out of position. We can go on that cree and we can kill him with minimal risk. Stuff like that. Like, just you have the information, like you have a stream of information, and you sometimes, or like often, don't connect the dots. Like, what does it actually mean that the crease on the left side alone discord at half? I mean, this is pretty obvious, but sometimes you still fail to realize that. And then, yeah, scouting. Lots and lots of scouting. It's basically the only 2 big things, like how you process your information, if you actually, do something with it, and scouting for your team. Not only for yourself, but also for your team. That's like the 2 big things about Rialto, at least. And if you guys want, we can go a little bit faster over Oasis.
Sure.
Yes, no, maybe?
Yes,
We can
please.
start.
We were
Yes.
Yes.
more awake on Oasis.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe there will be more scouting then.
This was a
Let's
panic
see.
map for me. I was so stressed out every second.
Okay.
Oasis?
Yeah.
It's loading for me. That's not good, probably. Oh, okay, that's King's Row. That's Oasis. Okay. Panic map for you. Oh, yeah, they played.
I
Funny
struggled to
shit.
breathe.
Yeah. Okay, we will find out why. Prepare. Still prepare. Come on. Okay. No TP. God damn it.
It's loading for me. I cannot see it yet.
Mhm.
Go out. Okay, now wait. Now I can see it.
Where's your plan, Nico?
Going to
If you see something like this. Nico not here.
Oh, I muted my mic. I'm sorry.
God damn it. Stop. Guys, stop muting yourself. Yeah. Tell me. If you see this.
I wanna split them on rotations,
Mhm.
preferably.
Okay. And where would you do that on this map? If you look at your backline, and if you look at the enemy team right now.
I would say preferably where my team also has kind of sidelines onto the enemies.
Okay, would you do it inside of the room? Question mark.
Depending on how clearly my brain is working on the day.
Okay. But right now.
Preferably, I should not jump
Okay.
into them.
Okay. Good. 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 Again, try to. Yeah, like if your brain is working, hopefully it's working when you're scrumming. Try to tell your team what you're thinking, because you have to make up your mind where you want to engage, and your team has to set up for that, you know? And if they don't know what you want to do, then they don't know how to position themselves. Like theoretically, the best possibly thing Pink and Yaron could do is walk back to spawn right now, because the enemy team would just rush them. Like they would chase them all the way to the spawn if they have the time. But if you, as a ball, have a plan to intercept their rotation, then Pink and Yaron might not want to go back to spawn. And that's the thing. Like, it's all about like how effective or how effectively do you want to play this comp? Because if you have a plan in mind and if you tell your team, then you again your overall tempo as a team will increase, because you will play more efficiently, because you don't have to assume what your teammates will do, because they told you before what they will do or what they attempt to do. And especially for ball, you initiate every engage in this comp, and if you're not talking, then nobody on your team can immediately follow up on you, and that's not good for you, because you, like, for one, you would just take a shit ton of damage because all of the attention will be on you and not divided by at least 3. And also, you don't know how much follow-up you can expect in general, because you don't know what your teammates are doing. But if you give them, or like if you propose a plan, what you want to do, then you can at least expect some kind of follow-up. Like your team will try their goddamn best to support you as a ball, because you're basically, everything, like the thing this comms works around. If you're not alive, or like if you're doing, I don't know, just sightseeing on the map, then your team will do jack shit basically. So that's why it's so important for you to talk and to make up plans and to communicate those plans with your team.
They're going to us. I don't know where. Do we go to our spawn?
Yeah, we'll go to our spawn.
I'll
Be
rotate
ready.
it.
Hide the mega
Exactly.
first.
You go back to spawn, which is good.
Gonna go
You have
for
used
a
lamp.
group
Do
on
you use
the-
lamp?
Crease down. Off high ground.
Okay, we can play here.
They're chasing me. Fuck.
Green the high.
Ah.
I don't know who.
I'll go behind touch point.
They're holding
Oh,
on right side here
Oh,
in the room.
They play in the room, yeah.
Yeah.
Both objective.
Oh, they're
Okay,
going
okay.
on me.
Oh, high ground.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm dead as well.
You can get the point, yeah.
Right now.
Nice.
Shooting the Rhine.
Right, Q1.
Aww, lamp. The saddle.
Run away.
The consequence of you guys killing your bait, aka your backline, is that you can't do shit. You can't hard engage them. Your best bet is to stall the point as long as possible and wait for your backline to respawn. And then actually take a fight as 6 people. Otherwise, you are 1 ball and 2 squishies. You can't win this. There's no way that you can win 3v6 against a brawl.
Of course, we're just delaying since we have points.
Nico just hard engaged on them.
Ah.
Pie diver. You're not delaying. Like, Nico wanted to kill this tree.
Okay, I'm delaying.
Yeah, like Nico, you died for that. So yeah, like delaying is the key here because your bait, your backline died, and that's sad. Like it's the same like you did on Rialto. Like if you have a bait, or like if your backline is potentially a bait, and in most cases your backline is the bait, try to use your bait as effectively as you can. And if your bait dies, then be aware of the consequences and adjust to that. And yeah, just stall, delay. Like if you get the point, that's great. So contest the point for long as possible, but without dying. So you can actually take a fight as 6. Because taking a fight as 6 versus 6 against a brawl is very hard.
Okay, they got Tainoon, they got
Can we still touch?
Wen-
Can we still touch?
Yeah, I'm touching.
Nice.
I'm out.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
Noon
yeah.
shot their Blizzard window.
Yeah.
They're playing main. They're backing off now on point. They're playing the room again on our side.
Alright.
I'll go behind and touch again.
The Kree's behind. Kree's waiting for you there.
No flash, no flash.
Oh, come on.
You could have killed him there.
Kree's
but-
half,
Get
no
Dave.
flash.
Oh, they're not high ground anymore.
It
I don't know what to do.
I'm the
Kree's
top
close.
on high ground.
No flash.
Ryan going high ground?
Yeah. It's
I need to
pretty
go everything.
Come with space.
I
What
almost have
you,
been
what you could also do is with the backline. Like if this scenario keeps happening, that the enemy team is staying on your side of the point, which makes sense in the rooms. You could rotate all around to their left, to their side main, just to have even like more distance between you and them.
Can't they just quickly run across to the other side then?
No, the thing is, they will most possibly, or like most likely, rush through the door, like on your side. Of course, if you rotate straight to their side, then sure, they would just, run in one speed boost. But if you make them rotate slowly and then slowly rotate to their side, then there is a chance that they won't reach you with one speed boost. And then your ball, your tracer, your sombra have more time to do shit. But also the thing is, this, like your comp has a hard time against this. Because this map is very small. If you have longer sidelines, like you have on the Jumpy Pad map, for example, it gets a little bit easier. But this map is quite small, very narrow. Which means the time window you 3 ball tracer sombra have is smaller again. So you kind of have to also rely more on hacks, like utilize hacks to get value, or like to get even a kill. So it's like this matchup is hard. And again, you want to delay their engage onto your back line as long as possible. And sometimes you have to get creative with that. And that's why I said, you could technically try to rotate onto their side main. But if it works in reality, if your timings are right, if their timings are wrong or right, is a whole different thing about it.
Oh no.
Oh,
The Kree's behind you. Kree's behind you guys.
and then like if
Discord
Nico
in?
dies, you have to get
No.
out.
Nice.
Ryan discorded.
Ryan Hawk.
Or you just kill all of them
I should.
because you did this.
Buff low
Grab
main.
discorded. Oh, I'm gonna die.
And then just chaos.
Buff.
That's unfortunate.
They were feeding in spawn
Can we cap point, Nico?
with the Mech Diva.
I gotta rotate around, but Kree is respawning.
Lucius very low, he's 1 actually.
Yeah, we would. It's fine.
I can touch it. Kree is holding on the corner of the point. I'm mining.
Nice.
Up Hawk.
He dropped.
Up 1. Up 1.
Don't be afraid to trans Nico. Ping.
No needs to take touching
Nice.
over.
Good pick.
Okay.
Good pick.
I'm gonna bomb.
Nico said somebody needs to take over the touchy part. Then this somebody who's doing that should say, hey yo, I'm touching now. Don't worry about that. Like, Nico's call was good. Like, was really good. But then the follow-up call with, yeah, I'm touching. It's okay. Yeah, was missing. Like, that would be perfect then, if you managed to do that. If you managed to call that.
Ryan should be low.
Ryan, he's 1.
Ryan.
Ryan.
May one.
Never mind.
Be next.
Gray, low.
Okay, dead.
Nice.
Shooting Diva. She's discorded.
Yeah, Lucius backed off.
Nice.
I'm gonna
We
hug the
take over.
Mega. I'm picking Mini behind and Mega on the.
Okay, they got Blizzard, also Shatter. Oh no, never mind, Shatter. Blizzard, Beat, and
And now
Yeah.
they said.
Where they going?
Be careful.
Lost
out
the
there.
main. Hold on.
they swapped to Torb instead of Gray.
Yeah, they play main
Uh,
right now.
They go
They're
rooms.
going inside.
Room.
Yeah.
They're going rooms. Yeah, they're going room.
Let's get back.
Yeah, wait, I'm backing, Aaron. I'm backing.
Back.
Yeah, I'm going back to.
Engage on high ground now.
You.
Torb is half.
Bab is low, no emo.
No lamp. Oh,
Leave it
got the
out.
lamp.
Ryan one. I'm dead.
May discorded. You walled, Aaron. I can't help.
Fine,
Buff
fine,
one
fine.
front out.
I'm
Hug,
fine.
hug, hug,
Minnow
hug.
ice.
Nice.
Baby is one.
Baby.
May is on high ground. Can we get her?
I will insta.
Oh, Lucio discorded.
Okay. Oh well.
I'm gonna stay high ground, and when I rotate up there again, I impede them.
Okay.
Alright.
They have Orisa now.
Swap
They
there
swap
as
to
well.
double shield.
Oh, how so?
Yeah, even better for us.
That's
They
no
might be
double
staying
shield.
main this time, so watch out.
It is the Diva.
No,
I think they're still
room.
going for rooms.
Orisa low. On point.
Orisa gold, nice.
Lamp's dead. We're still low.
I'm mining behind them.
If you MP something, Marcin, and you MP something or someone which you want to see dead, then tell your team, like, call this target out. Like, that's basically your best bet, that this target dies. Maybe, maybe it doesn't work. Sometimes it doesn't work, but if you want to see someone dead because, I don't know, they're close to fucking brick old or top old, for example, then yeah, call it this target. You want to see that after MP, especially.
Leave a hug point.
Shooting her.
She's down.
Really making point.
Pulse main. I'm going high
Going for an
ground.
engage on the rooms.
Big low.
Oh, hands on me. I'm.
This Orisa, I think I watched this. This Orisa stays alive for so long, even though she doesn't have her shift, and nobody calls that. And 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 people are looking at her. Nobody calls that. Her most important cooldown.
I'm gonna
Minimize.
take care of the
Sorry.
top turret on main.
I don't know what happened to my game.
Oh, you don't.
Torb
pick-
alone on
Also,
point
so-
on main.
I said it.
No all top one.
No emo. Also
Okay.
still high ground. We need to get him out.
Yeah,
I can't peek afterwards.
One mama.
Orisa again, no fortify. Nobody calls it.
I'm touching
He's
still.
gone.
But in this situation, she has both
I can pop.
healers next to her. Do we really want to shoot the Orisa? She feels like she
Give
can
it
survive
this code.
infinite time.
No,
It's 2 healers still.
you have a Discord.
Mm,
Orisa would just explode if you Discord her and then 1, 2, 3, 4 people shoot her for 1 second.
Even with this comp,
Even with this,
we're very low
comp,
damage.
you have high damage. Like the thing is, you have how is it called? Like you have no good damage over time. Like you don't have something like Farah. You don't have something like Hanzo, like very big damage in 1 shot, in 2 shots. But
Yeah.
you have very explosive damage. Like your kind of damage is the damage which is the most disgusting thing in the whole world if you play at a very high level, because it comes from different sides. It seems very little, but it's very explosive. At least that's the way how it behaves.
But
And that's why target focus is so important.
what I'm looking at, like Orisa with more than 50% armor being pocket healed by 2 healers, and there's also Lamp, and our entire team minus Brig and Zen are bad against armor.
The thing is, there were multiple times by now, like where their healers were distracted because Nico was behind them, because you were behind them, and the Orisa still didn't die, even though she didn't have 2 pockets and her fortify or a shield. Like, and nobody calling out someone's most important cooldown is kind of eh. Because without Orisa, they lose their point pressure. Like that break would also just explode. Yes, break is good against Ball or against Tracer or against Sombra, but not against all 3 of them at the same time. It's like the same concept basically. Like it's more about, yeah, maybe you wouldn't be able to kill the Orisa, but you still fail to recognize, okay, this Orisa just used her most important cooldown. If you force out a cooldown, like Fortify, that means this player has to play more defensively.
Mhm.
So maybe this Orisa will stop touching the point. And in Discord, on the Orisa without Fortify, without shield, even if she has 2 pockets, or like Brick is not a real pocket in my opinion. Baptiste, yeah, sure, but Brick is kind of eh. Like
Hmm.
your Zen deals a shit ton of damage. Your Ball deals a shit ton of damage against this.
But we've had this problem in the past where we do shoot, oh sorry, we do shoot a tank, but they don't die because they're getting double healed. And we lose the fight because we've been shooting the same tank for I don't know how long during a fight instead of targeting the healer next to them, for example.
It depends on the situation, but for example, your Ball, Tracer, and Sombra, they can't really get close to the Brick, for example, right now. Like the Baptiste, I would argue, yeah, sure, you can do that. Maybe, yeah, maybe you can kill the Baptiste. That makes sense. But for example, recognizing, okay, this Orisa has no shift anymore. That
Yeah.
could also mean for Nico, okay, I can boop this Orisa because no shift. Which means, okay, either their brick has to go out to be useful to their Orisa, and same goes for the Baptiste basically. Like booping Orisa even more out of position, or like recognizing and recognizing, okay, this Orisa has no shift, no defensive cooldown anymore.
Is it also not different because now the healers are very safe in the indoors?
Yeah.
While
Is
other
it-
times where we shoot the tanks, which is a bad idea, is when like the point is open and the
Good
healers
point.
are an easy target.
Exactly.
In this position, they are not an easy kill.
Yeah, because
Good
Brick
point,
is
yeah.
still kind of inside. Baptiste is also kind of inside, but probably easier to kill than Brick. But yeah, if you want to do that, is another thing.
I think it's
And yeah,
mostly due
Orisa's
to the.
on point.
I think it's mostly due to the fact that in situations like this, it kind of shows that we kind of do not know what to do. and there is no clear call out who should we go for, so people are shooting whatever they see. And those scenarios happen, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, we see a lot of blue people, so we shoot at blue people, right? But there's no clear call out like what should we focus on and stuff, because either nobody knows what should we focus on at this very moment, or we just are not using our brains.
Yeah. In my case,
Fair enough.
I'm just defaulting to I shoot backline.
Which is not a bad thing, because if backline is busy with you, then other people can shoot, the Orisa, for example.
Yeah, because
But-
when there are no
yeah.
callouts, people just gonna default to the basic stuff, right? So I'm like looking to hack something or whatever. Sen's gonna look for a backline. Pink is trying to shoot the Discord target. She's gonna Discord, and this is gonna be us being disconnected. So I think it's important in scenarios like this to someone to make a call out like what we're actually shooting.
Yeah, but going to the point I had in the beginning, if you have no clue what to shoot at, then it's even more important to track important cooldowns. Because if somebody has their most important cooldown anymore, then it makes sense to shoot at this person. Or it's easier to kill them. That was just the point I was trying to make here.
Call out
Bomb here.
critical cooldown.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
tell me when.
Shoot on a bomb.
Orisa hack.
Nice hack.
That was
Nice.
Get
good.
brick.
Bap is on point, discorded.
Up, up.
Yaren running off.
I said I'm sorry after that. You can hear it.
That's true. That's true. You said that. And Pink got armor, so I'm not that mad.
First, first.
Just a little bit.
Up in the rooms.
Bap still
Simple.
discorded.
Nice.
Nine.
Nice.
The pie dive with the ball
Ugh.
was nice.
Me just afterwards.
To 1.
I was so stressed.
Sorry that I split last fight with you, Pink.
Please
I wanted
don't
to
No,
blow.
no,
with the
my game
breathing,
minimized,
please.
and then
That was the
With the-
lags. Oh no, the lag they had. For how long did you wait? Holy shit.
Long time.
Okay. Yes, brawl with Orisa.
Oh, they have Hanzo. Hanzo is a bit in the back.
Yeah.
I'm
they
chasing.
have not brawl, they have Orisa.
Oh, I saw the Ryan.
Now go back.
You sure you have more sites there?
I don't really want to have sight to
That's an
spam.
interest-
Yes. Good job, Pink. Actually, yes. Right call. Very proud.
thing.
Bab drop
Right.
right now.
Is
Bab jump up.
I can look
Attach,
for a
attach.
slam up there. Going no.
Nico.
Hmm.
What do they have?
Suboptimal options to jump.
Okay. I see. So, do you want to talk about this?
Preferably not,
Okay.
because I can see the point.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, bad idea.
Orisa, the Diva's hack on point.
I mean, as long as you
Hanzo's on the
aware.
middle, high ground.
Pass Nico also knows it's a bad idea.
90% of the times, I can feel the instant regret of my choices when I do them.
That is good. At least something. Okay, but what I really like about Mac, I hope he sees this if he watches the recording. Marcin calls something.
Discord.
Mac does something immediately.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
This is
I'm
my
so
first
happy
impression.
about
I didn't know him, never played with him before, and that was my
Yes.
impression as well. Call something, Mac does something.
Mac does something. I'm super duper happy with Mac. Like it's amazing.
Diva's one.
How's it down?
Diva's still one.
They're pushing.
Got her.
In
Always
middle.
on a gold.
He was out.
We're going
keep
around.
touching.
Yaren.
Yeah.
Are we still low? I'll come back, feels.
You're a
I
little
don't
bit, yeah, Pink. You're a little bit late with the calling where you want to go.
Yeah. I
Because
realized
Yaren,
that.
yeah, like, yeah, he doesn't need the stun right now, but you know,
Yeah.
like becoming being split is no.
Pushing them.
Continue
You and
backing.
I
I
going
can almost
alone?
see you.
Pop is low. Pop is low.
Oh my god, Kree was behind
Discord,
me.
Hanzo.
Yeah, I'm going for it.
I touch.
He's dead.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
Back
Bye,
very
bye.
low.
Up is
Three on the
up,
left, no
up.
flash.
We'll go back
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Yo, I'm happy. I'm happy with that.
We
I'm
had
slamming on
water.
Bob.
I do stuff you told me to do.
You
Yes.
do stuff. I'm so proud of you. I'm really happy about that.
Oh, he's Sanoning.
Is out?
He fired.
Touch.
Again, a
Diva
reason
back.
why-
Touch.
Slammed.
McCree discorded low.
Can I get out?
Free on high
Fuck.
ground.
Hanzo back. Main. Like from their spawn.
No flash from Kree.
I can EMP them next way. Oh, I got scouted.
I save Max.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm gonna
Going behind
EMP.
us, Pink.
Yeah, yeah, I've won.
Oh, come on, second.
Way behind.
Oh, I'm not even ready.
Yaren and Pink splitting again. Which is no good, especially after you said, yeah, there's a creep behind Yaren. You're not here.
Over here.
Get you. Why are you on point then?
Pink danced, and I wanted to go forward with the dance, and then she went backwards, and I was already
Because-
moved forward.
That is, I Sif specifically told me before that I overstay my welcome when I trans, and I need to get back faster.
Like,
So
the
that
thing
is what I
also-
do.
So I didn't know you
Yeah.
were going back. I was just staying in the front.
The thing is, Yaren, if you you said, okay, you scouted, yeah, there's a Kree behind.
They
So
want me-
most
they
likely
think-
this Kree will come for you.
Yeah, they think I
So
want to be
the-
next to him.
No, you want to scout them even more. You have third person view, Yaren.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be in the enemy team anyway. So the thing you could do, or which you should do, is look against the wall with third person view and look when the Kree is coming, and then
Yeah.
just stun the shit out of him.
Yeah. I technically
Like,
stand him
be,
if
be,
you
s-
would go
be, s- be,
a
s- be
second.
smarter than the Kree.
Hey.
Yeah.
I stand him if you would go a second ahead.
Ready.
Kree behind us, Kree!
I'm shooting Bob on the back.
Okay.
Same. Back.
Thank you.
We're gonna set on the
Armor
EMP.
high.
Diva low.
Yeah.
Discord.
I see.
Oh. Do you
What
want?
do you want?
Diva's out.
Hanzo.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Go
no,
to the
in the
goal,
middle
go to the
part.
goal.
Inside the middle part.
Got him.
Nice.
Are we
Diva,
still
Diva,
yellow?
Diva, Diva.
Diva.
Diva,
Nice.
Poison
Sorry.
Dead.
Baby.
Back. Someone back main. I don't know who it was. It's a
I need
break.
to I need to cup point. Seven
Yeah,
cup
break, she's
point, okay.
backing.
Cap it, Seven.
Cap.
Point. Thank you. Okay, they got every ult basically.
They used a lot of ultis.
They use the
didn't.
Risa.
Free poking right.
Actually, though, it's not good.
Yeah, bomb.
They are McCree's right side main.
Yeah,
Ocean,
Hanzo's
they have
right
everything
foot as
besides
well.
Hanzo
Ocean
there
and
as well.
Iron.
They're gonna
Oh, we can
go
aim
right
K
mid
early.
probably.
They're going pushing you. I'm gonna try
just back me.
rotating.
I'm going back.
Risa.
Why? Why did you just pulse bomb without anything? I'm just curious.
I think it's like a thing. I saw the BAP moving in a straight line,
Mm.
and then
Okay.
I thought, yeah, this is gonna hit, and it did.
Okay.
I just saw an opportunity and did it, basically.
Okay. Because the thing about this is, like, they are about to enter a kill box anyway for your team. So it would make a lot of sense to, combine your pulse, like, even if it's just a pulse bump with something else. Like either a pile dive or an EMP or with mines or with something, basically. I mean, it's fine. You force out lamp, which is good, but now your team has to capitalize on that, basically.
Yeah, it's too early.
I mean, still think it's fine. I was just curious why you bombed.
Yeah. So
But it's
basically, like you can see
so-
in my perspective, that BAP is running in a straight line, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, even I can hit this pulse bomb.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
Orisa
Very
is a
nice.
bit off from them.
Okay,
I don't know where to play with this.
Just go back. Yeah, I'm gonna EMP them and they're gonna push the point.
Okay,
Ow!
just
Yeah.
play main. Just play main ping. It's fine.
We have a
Yeah,
point.
main
We
is
can
fine.
play slow. They're going in.
Yeah.
I EMP.
Yeah.
Fight. Nice.
Huge! Hanzo flanking though.
Wait. You don't want to MP in there. Because you have bad sidelines, or like relatively bad sidelines, and Breakery and heck, even Hanzo now get a shit ton of value. And also Diva as well gets a shit ton of value being in this small room. Like, it makes much more sense to MP where Salmon pulse bombed, for example, or when they are on point. But inside of there, it's
It wasn't specifically inside. It was where they were still staying at the point. Because they walk onto the point and they windowed.
Yeah.
and they were more on the stairs. Like if we go back, was it here? Let's see.
Have a
Yeah,
point. We can play slow. They're going in.
Yeah.
I EMP.
Yeah.
like, yeah. If if Nico would be in position to actually be, combine his mines or his pile diver with your EMP, then it would be okay. Because then the chance of killing someone is quite high. But Nico is in no position. Like, nobody can follow up on you. And if you want to MP something, then make sure that, or like communicate with Nico together, that you can both engage on your MP and capitalize on your MP. Because everything else is extremely inconsistent. If like Pile Diver does a shit ton of damage, especially in like if everyone is just clumped up, and then your Tracer and EU and even your Zen, you can benefit from that. But without the Pile Dive, without any boobs, without any Nico in there, it's most likely not worth it. And EMP is just fight winning ultimate. Like, it's probably the ultimate with the highest team fight win percentage. So make sure and communicate with Nico if he's ready, if he can follow up on that, if it makes even sense for Nico to go in there, or like go anywhere for that matter, where you want to imp.
I think
Nice.
one of the
Yes.
biggest problems we all have, and that not only according to this fight, but also to the different fights, is that we are failing to communicate that someone is not ready. So like
Yes.
when Nico says, I'm gonna go with the mines, there usually are not callouts that someone, oh, I'm not in a position yet, just wait. Right?
Mm.
Which I think is also, scenario in this fight because like I didn't see Nico, right?
Yeah.
On my old team,
Because like
Where
Seven
was
died
that?
earlier, right? So like I knew that the Tracer would not be with us, but that's still okay in my opinion to EMP, if.
If Nico can follow up immediately, then yes, of course. But like I said on Rialto, it's basically the same. Like either you have such a game awareness that you know, okay, my team is not ready yet. I need more time, or they need more time, or you and your team actually talk to each other. Like those two options are the ones you have basically. Because yeah, if you communicate with your team, yeah, I want to impede them in there or like on the stairs or on point, then your team should also know again, like if you tell them ahead, then your team knows how to set up to follow up
Yeah,
on
but
that.
like, but I said that, right? I said that we're playing slow. I'm gonna EMP them as they're gonna go to the point before they engage with the window.
Yeah. If it's enough time for Nico to react or set up, like I don't see Nico right now. That's the problem. Like I don't know if Nico did a little sightseeing or if Nico has some other great plans. That's the thing. Yeah. 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 I mean, you could all try. I mean, it's always good to have game awareness. It's always good to know, okay, is my team ready? Is my team not ready? But also, if you are not sure, talk to each other. I think it would not be a bad thing to wait 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then EMP. In this scenario, for example, because they don't have speed boost, they can't just run away and be on the other side of the map. They're quite a very static comp, and they are
The thing is,
more anti-life.
I am sometimes doing this. I'm sometimes like looking, waiting, and I'm like, I see like someone is far away, and then I IP way too late. That's the problem I also have. So like, there has to be some balance to it.
Yes, of course. But
Because there's like I'm waiting, I'm setting up, and I see people are not ready, and then like someone's gonna get picked, and it's like it's just hard to set up.
I know, I totally know, and that's why it's very like it's a good thing to have when everyone knows how to play. Like if you have a synergy, then okay, if Marcin says he wants to MP next fight, then Nico roughly knows the timing where you want to MP, for example. Like if you manage to make it work this way, that's the most ideal way because it's less clutter in the comms. Everyone knows, everyone is on the same page. You know how to execute an MP, engage, stuff like that.
On
But
my old
also,
team with Boris, we'd always do like anytime anyone says I want to do X, you'd always end that with ready. Like, yeah, I want a barrage. Ready? No, I'm not there. 1 sec. And then like from our diva because she wants to matrix me, for example. Or I'm gonna pile drive here. Ready? No, 3 seconds because my cooldown is my mobility cooldowns is 3 seconds off.
yeah, but when we play like avoided or something, and Nico is saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna engage on BAP," I often say to Nico like, "Oh, wait, Nico, I'm not ready yet," and Nico just wait, right? So like, I think it would be okay like if Salmon has like idea of like, "Oh, I'm gonna barrage next fight," then like Alf would be like, "I'm not nowhere near to matrix you or whatever," so like Salmon knows that he can wait a little bit or something, right?
Yeah, but that's a very long comp. Like if I'm just gonna,
But that's even
I'm
longer
gonna
come
barrage.
if you're gonna ask ready. Like you're gonna say I'm gonna barrage and someone said not ready yet.
Yeah, and then I don't barrage. Easy.
Yeah, exactly.
But if
So you
it's at
don't
this,
have to ask, I think.
the thing is, sometimes if someone can make a call and then there's just silence from everyone else. Like if you throw out the ready question immediately with your call, then it forces people's minds to activate. Like I know I'm guilty of not being able to brain and play at the same time. But if someone throws ready at me, then brain goes, oh no, not ready.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, someone has a point there because you guys, like we talked about this before, and I also told you, yeah, if somebody is not ready, then please tell, for the love of God, tell your team that you're not ready. But like Simon said, you guys don't do that a lot. Sometimes I see, I don't know, Pink, for example, being on the other end of the map, while Nico is engaging on the other side of the map. You know, and Nico said before he's engaged, yeah, I'm gonna engage on, I don't know, Baptiste or something. It could, like, the ready thing
I have a question.
could work. It's a little bit but if it pokes your brains, then you could try it. It's up to you guys, really. If you want to do that, if you guys need that, or maybe you guys want to, you know, work on yourselves and
I mean, it
try to
takes
think
just
more.
as much as brain cells to remember to ask ready than to remember to say I'm not ready.
No, I disagree with that.
It's a little bit different, but
I think it's
yeah.
really it is problematic if you need to like do it at specific time. I don't know, because like a matrix or whatever, right? Or when you wanna have a perfect timing of, or you need to have perfect timing of ults. If there's something which can be dragged out, it's like EMP or like barrage with matrix, then that can work, right? But if you like trying to like set up something together and like someone is not ready, then like asking ready and like doing countdowns is gonna take so much time for us to actually execute that plan.
I
Yeah,
think in like if you have different groups, I would agree already makes sense to some extent. Or like if you have 3 individual groups, for example, and they have to, you know, roughly set up at the same time, but you have, you know, a time window. But if it's, for example, brawl, and you do the ready thing, then the enemy team will basically just run over you because you would take time for every fucking ready in the world.
It's those small things, right? It's like
Yeah.
someone is not ready, someone is not in speed, someone is like, you know, when we were doing for review on King's Row and like we crossing choke not behind the Nico shield, like those little things I think people need to be more conscious and aware of.
Yes.
Because we are not getting punished for that a lot in that elo, but it will be nice to, you know, actually work on that in terms of combos because that's gonna like polish how we play in general.
Yes, but that's a very individual thing, and every single
Yes.
one of you has to remind themselves to do that. Otherwise, it won't work. That's the thing about it. And if you get, you know, if you're getting lazy at the end of the scrim, then yeah, that's not good. Please don't do that. But there's not much you can, you know, do about this. Like it will happen. You will forget about this. And then you have to remind yourself, and sometimes it doesn't work. And yeah.
In my head, like in this particular scenario when we're watching right now, I think the EMP setup was alright. I think the place when I EMP them was okay. We just
Yeah.
didn't really have follow-up.
Yes. And that makes sadly your MP a little bit useless.
Yeah, of course. But the setup itself, I think, was okay.
Yeah, the setup was alright, but yeah, you need Nico's follow up basically. Otherwise, it's useless. That's the thing about it. Okay, we continue this because we're
Yes, please.
almost done.
Huge!
Almost done.
Hanzo flanking though.
That's fine.
Pretty low.
Hanzo
Nice.
dead.
Target.
Green of flash. One.
Devo.
Nice.
I'm rolling in again.
Freeze lamp.
No lamp.
Lamp.
Breaking lamp.
Going out.
Up hack.
I'm on rig.
Someone dead.
Don't let them cap.
I'm on it.
Yes.
I'm
Nice.
on buff.
I have transit.
I'm rolling. No need to
Okay,
chance. I'm
okay,
rolling.
okay,
I'm
okay.
rolling.
There, Ali.
I go around for a slam.
I bump it.
Bap. Discorded.
I'm grabbing Mega.
If they shield up bomb. Bombing.
We half waited.
Yeah, no flash.
Steve is out.
Deeper one. Nice. No lamp.
Hanzo low in the back of point. Oh, pop discorded.
Break is discorded.
Okay, shooting brick. She's alone in the back of point. She's
I
one.
have a Risa. I have a
Go
Risa.
around here. No,
I'm dead.
no window.
I'm close to another minefield.
Oh, I'm staying here. Sorry. I thought you were living.
Oh, I got headshot.
Don't use
Target
anything, and we have
99.
lots of ults. One fight. Just one more fight.
Yeah.
Can I get some help?
90.
Nice.
Oh,
Now I use my
sorry.
pulse bomb.
I didn't know they were still there.
Yeah, you
Alright,
No, they,
getting
didn't.
out
they
here.
pulled me back.
Like again, you didn't say, or like you didn't tell Yaren that you're going back,
Yeah.
or that you're going out. Like Yaren could have lived there.
I'm sorry. I should have told you.
Okay, they got Pulse Bomb next fight. Also, they got a Diva Bomb and a Dragons.
They're playing
Taking
high ground.
Yeah.
They're playing high ground, yeah.
I
Try to
can
force
line
objective,
up.
Rally,
I'll play
rally,
below for
rally.
hacks.
We can right again.
Base pull.
Force objective and whoever drops, I hack him.
We're not ready yet.
I can force objective if you
Okay.
all engage instead.
Chase it.
Did you hear that? What Max said?
Very good, Mac.
Yeah,
I didn't hear.
he said
course.
that you are not ready.
Good job,
That
Mac.
was, yeah, good job, Mac.
Stay on.
Okay. I can go for an
Push on-
engage. 3,
on point now.
2,
Yeah.
Let's
1.
go to
Max said you're not ready, and then who was that? Salmon touched the point already. God damn it.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. I have cover there. They're all on the high ground. I'm behind the thingy.
Yes,
your
Mr.
thing,
Ready.
like, you are ready. Your backline is not ready though.
That
Yeah,
was also very stupid because like I'm setting up below them, so I'm relatively safe, right? So whenever objectives are being forced, someone's from the high ground is gonna drop where the blue diva is right now, and the fucking hands are just sonic below him and just scouts me out.
Yeah, and they're gonna move position, right? So that also makes the backline even less ready because they're gonna rotate even more because they're not
Yeah.
where you said they were. Because they
Yes.
moved.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, just wait for your team, and then like your team even said, like Mac did even said, yeah, backline is not ready. So just wait.
I'm gonna mind them
Let's go
now.
right. Let's go right.
Chase on here.
Yes, yeah.
AMP when they drop.
Corner. Watch out.
Oh.
Bomb.
On point Discord.
Up, up,
Hey,
top.
That's on you,
AMP
nice.
this.
I'm on that.
You find pink.
Up, up, yeah. Fine. Break,
Brig,
break,
brig,
break,
brig, 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 brig.
Well, you pink.
I'm on point. I'm sorry.
break half. Oh shit. I'm going
Don't
for
walk
the
the
mega.
point like that.
I'm sorry.
Brig still low.
I keep going.
That's
for
a low.
the-
That's a low. I need some help.
Pretty
Got her.
good, nice.
Got her.
Going for break. Break one, break one, break one, break one. Break it.
Pink.
Yes.
Why you do this to Yaren? Poor boy. Don't do that. Don't just run across the point and make Yaren follow you. Like, he's a good boy. Sometimes he messes up, but don't kill him, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Diva make one. Inside. Middle.
I'll dead.
Hands on right.
So I have.
Moira's coming back. Shoot the Moira. I'm grabbing
Yeah.
another
Healers
mega.
first. Moira, Moira,
Let's
Moira.
get mega.
More
Ah.
hack, more hack.
Moira one.
I have rally soon.
Moira dead.
Let's look up
Maybe
Moira.
remake.
Morning.
Don't die. It's 95. We need to have a last fight.
We're back with Riley.
1000 more.
I'm shooting Hanzo in the back.
Fuck.
Slamming on Hanzo. Oh fuck. Hanzo one. Left of point, Hanzo one.
In touch.
I can't touch.
Ah,
What?
lucky.
I was on point. Oh.
Target focus was better than in Rialto, though. And the callouts from Nico were quite good.
Score
Oh my god, Overwatch music is on.
2-1.
Don't hear that often.
Ready for battle.
Nah.
There. Some point.
I think
Freeze
3
gonna
wanna flank.
flank. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
on him.
Three, one
around
on.
I'm looking.
I is back.
on fire striking it.
You
Finish
walled
that.
it, go right. Oh.
I tried. I'm shielding. Oh,
I'm looking.
I is back.
on fire striking it.
They're in the room.
Yeah, on fire striking in there. Some point.
I think
Freeze
3
gonna
wanna flank.
flank. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
on him.
Three, one
around
on.
it.
I'm looking.
I is back.
On fire striking it.
You
Finish
walled
that.
it, go right. Oh.
I tried. I'm shielding. Oh, around it.
Why? Quick
I
question.
is back.
Were you like in the middle of the point? Nico.
I'm not quite sure if what I wanted to do, but I didn't really know if I should get. I didn't want to get too close, but I also didn't want to stay like so far apart that I cannot really do anything except be a shield bot, so I can still get somewhat of an fire strike angle. But I don't know.
What you
I
could
wasn't
do.
just sure to where to stand exactly.
Yeah.
Just felt
What-
kind of okay.
What you can do is play, not in the choke, not in the doorway, but on the side of it. Because then they can't shoot you. You can still shield the doorway completely with your shield. And you can also just, take a step back and fire strike if you have it. And you can also alternate between the doorways if you want to do that. But standing in the middle of the point is most of the time wasting your shield for nothing. Because your team can still take angles. Like they don't have to all stand behind you. And you may want to, either spam at the enemy or get a good wall. And she also wants to stay close to you. Which Salmon doesn't do right now. But,
I is back.
On fire striking it.
You
Finish
walled
that.
it, go right. Oh.
I tried. I'm shielding. Oh,
I think we just lose
The
this.
helmet.
You come back.
Oh, no Matrix. You walled, you walled.
Nice.
Diva's wall.
Push me back in again.
Got one.
Heal though.
Nice.
still alive.
Nice.
Save 7 if we can.
I'm trying.
I'm back. I'm
We're
back. I'm
back.
back.
We're 6,
Nice.
we're 6, we're 6.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah, forward.
I'm walking up.
I have wall. I'm gonna
Hold
wall. I'm looking for it.
Yeah, I'm speed in 3 seconds. Just wait.
Oh, okay. I blocked it. I have no.
5 speed. Next
shield.
fight.
I'm walking.
left,
I'm
left.
jumping on.
And Ryan.
My Rhino block.
They have
on
shadow.
right.
Nico, watch out, Nico.
Yeah.
W, in for Ryan.
trying to
Run. He's frozen.
Get him. I'm dead.
I don't think we win this.
I
Win.
Map?
The shatter.
We win
We
this.
win. Winnable.
Nope. I don't think.
My Rhino block.
Okay. Yes, you use window, but also, yes, they have funny high noon with window situation there. So again, don't try to use your window and at the same time try to make their window and their high noon useless. Like just sidestep it, basically. And then just wait. Yes, you have to push through this choke at some point. But at the same time, right now is just not a good time to do that. Like just wait, because you have cover behind the choke. And they're on the point and they don't have cover on the point. Which means if you poke, in theory, if you just poke long enough against the Rhine shield, maybe on the backline, which is not behind the Rhine shield, then you will have more resources at some point. And that's the point where you can engage, where you can look for a good wall. Maybe you can split the enemy team. Maybe you can get a good shed. Not a good shadow right now because you don't have shadow. But we assume if you would have had shadow, then it would make sense to, just wait and exhaust resources first. But in either case, doing more poke, waiting, having more resources, and then engage is usually better than forcing the engage if it's kind of even, because again, it's choke, and their Mei would want to wall, and your Mei is, Salmon has a disadvantage here because the walls are not that good if they're playing smart.
Oh, nice. Oh, I blocked it. I have no
Five speed, next
shield.
fight.
I'm
May
walking.
left, May
I'm
left.
jumping.
Also, Nico, your shield is low, or like barely anything, and you decide to go on point. Like just wait. The windows are even like they're still up. They could just shoot you. Marson would just die, by the way, here. Marson being out of position. But like, don't force the engage. Just wait. They have the point anyway.
Jumping on.
And Ryan.
My Rhino block.
They have
on
shot
right.
Nico.
And then now you're in a very awkward position. You're on the point, barely through the choke, and now you're standing still. Like there's one diva on the right side and the whole team on the left side. So if you want to make it on point, if you want to do something, then go on the go on the diva. Or go on the Kree who is in the back and just wall the rest of their team on the left, for example.
But if we go on the diva, we'll just be shot in the backs by 3 people, right? No?
The thing is, you force out diva, like forcing out diva takes what? Half a second. Especially with Mei. And the main thing about this situation is you don't want to stand in the choke. Because you like either you want your whole team on the point or you want to have no member of your team on the point. That's the thing about it. But standing still right after the choke is just a bad thing to do. You should not do that in any scenario, basically. Especially like as long as their Mei is alive, please don't do that. It's just bad. Like you don't know what to do right now, clearly. Because you're looking at the diva, you're looking at the Rhine, you're looking at the Mei, and you're looking at the career, Nico. So make the decision, okay, I'm gonna go on point and then do something, or like then I will worry about what I want to do, or you don't go on the point. You stay behind the choke, wait for an opportunity, and then you engage. But this is kind of very situation. Like they can just punish you with one wall quite easily. And your team can't do shit against that. Like your whole team won't be able to peel for you.
Watch out, Nico.
Yeah.
WW, in for Ryan. Ryan. He's frozen.
That's why you just stayed. Like they just punish you for standing in the choke, basically, with your team.
Get him, I'm dead.
I don't think we win this.
I
Map?
They're shattered.
We win.
Everyone
We win.
shattered.
Winnable.
Nope.
I mean, at least they got shadow, I guess.
They have
Okay,
beat.
they got
Diva bomb.
they got bait and window.
They used window when I did.
And you guys alright? Let's walk around on right point. You can try utilizing high noon. I'm walking up.
Okay, I'm looking for wall.
Watch out, mail.
I'm trying to split back.
Oh, flash bang.
Nico, you're going the wrong way! No!
Ah, no.
Yeah,
I don't think I would have come out. Time.
get out.
Back
get
off a
out,
little
get
bit.
out,
We have the
get out.
Reinhardt.
You walled.
Here we go.
Back. What do they have?
Okay, they got
Window
bait.
free.
Walk right there, playing this
Yeah.
walk right. Watch your window.
Just get out. They use window. You know they have window. Just get out as soon as you see the window. Like, use the information you have. Yaren said they have window. And also, they're holding quite close. So, next point you should connect is, okay, they might use window very early, very aggressively. Maybe, either punishing your rotation or just windowing in your face. But you have enough time to just kite this and sit this one out.
Rotate to high grounds. Rotate. Oh,
Oh.
fuck, there's a wall. I guess we got to go in.
Yeah, that's
One on off angle on high
I
ground.
want touch.
I touch.
the call going on high ground was actually very good. Like if you would actually do that, if you would have been able, that would be nice. Because you also have a window. Like you could just sit there with your Baptiste with your Kree, and the rest of you just drop down. That would be a plan, honestly. And a decent one on top of that.
Flying. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Wait one. Wait dead. He's main. He's main.
3 on main, yeah.
He's dead. Leave alive.
Trying to push
Diva,
in
freezing
there
Diva.
on
Diva
left.
frozen.
Diva low.
Swinging. Up. In the rooms.
Oh.
Freezing Bap.
Push him in the rooms.
No,
That Bap is one. That Bap can die.
Run a shield.
Diva is also down.
Up
I'm
one.
killing it.
I'm shot.
Oh, no.
Remacking.
Bap's still one. May on right. May on right.
You wall, careful. I don't have anything for you.
Oh, no. Jeez.
I touch.
Got one.
Nice.
I'm out. Still
Just
touching.
fight.
Ah, I was. Run, if you can. Oh, okay.
I'm dead.
Touch.
I'm touching. I can't touch for long.
I'm touching this, but I'm gonna die soon.
I touch.
Dying.
Get into position.
Do we have any conclusion words? Oh snap! I forgot I
Then
was on.
you decide on one thing and then you do the thing, but don't send in chokes. And if it's a very awkward situation, if there's just no opportunity to do something, then just poke.
As
Like
if-
again, don't force your engagers. And welcome back, Yaren.
I thank you. Can you repeat the things that you said like in the last like I don't know 10 minutes or so?
Oh god.
I didn't know
What do you
this
mean
was an
thank-
FK.
You have not been out for 10 minutes. You've been away for like 1 minute.
I see.
Yeah, it
So
was-
at least just repeat those things for Mac.
I mean, in a nutshell, when you're playing Brawl, have a plan. Like before you're engaging, have a plan. And if that plan doesn't work, or if the plan doesn't make sense in this situation, then don't use that plan. But just poke a little bit more, poke a little bit longer, wait for an opportunity, and then do something. But I think in Brawl, the most important thing is commit to one idea, but don't half-ass a plan or like a thought even. And then basically like just yeah, it's
Just like be full
Weird.
committing to something.
yeah, it feels like Nico, it feels like you're unsure what to do in a lot of scenarios. And I'm not sure where this is coming from, to be honest. Nico not here.
Maybe muted his mic.
I think my Discord is cutting out a bit. Sometimes people
Ah,
just
shit.
cut off while speaking. What did you say in the last, like, 2 sentences, I think?
God damn it. I said, like, I feel like you are a lot of times unsure what to do. And that's why you are sometimes standing, just still when you're engaging. But I'm not sure where this is coming from.
I don't really know either where exactly
Okay.
it's kind of coming from. I just sometimes end up in these situations and I don't know why.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. What do we do against this?
I'm not sure.
Hmm. What do you think would help? Like, is it because you don't understand the situation, or do you not know which options do you have, or is it something entirely different? Or do you not know how to play on this map? Or,
Mm,
I mean, could have different reason, but I really don't know.
mm, I just feel like I sometimes randomly end up in a situation where I'm like not sure how I ended up there, and then I'm trying to realize how I got there and what to do, and that process is probably taking too long in my head.
Okay.
How to get myself out of the situation, which I didn't know how I got in. And that's
Okay.
a bit much for my brain going on in that situation.
Then, in theory, it would help you to have a plan in mind before the engage is happening. Because then it's less likely that you end up in situations which are confusing or just weird.
Yeah,
I
probably.
mean, okay. Okay. Then we do what review, Nico? Question mark?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, then we find what review.
Right now. Let's go.
Not now, because I'm tired.
Also, can I end the thing for Mac?
Absolutely. Thank you
Okay.
for watching the thing, Mac.
Yeah, thank you.